It takes as long as it takes. There's a common sentiment floating around that, oh, well, if it takes me 20 years to get effective at a martial art or to get a black belt or whatever the heck, then I don't want to take that art. Well, it takes as long as it takes. I mean, how long it takes is actually up to you. I've seen people effective literally after like 2 lessons with me. They've handled bullies. What'd you do? You always said knuckle the nose in class, and then when I threw that punch and hit the guy in the nose, he stopped bothering me. Remember another kid, after a month, oh, remember that little leg trip you showed us? I threw my bully down. I'm done. I'm not coming back anymore. Kid had been with me like 5 lessons. Threw a bully down. Never saw him again. Some people, they could be taking a martial art after a year, but if they still freeze and panic because they haven't learned how to deal with the adrenaline response to conflict, so they freeze. They don't fight or flight. They freeze. It's going to take a long time for a martial art to get you through that, if ever. So, however long it takes is up to you. If you only come to class once a week and then you don't practice outside of class, it's going to take you longer to get a black belt than somebody that comes to class 5 or 6 days a week, or somebody that may only come to class once a week but practices 7 days a week. Your return on the investment is based on the effort that you put in. That's why I like the sign that Whistle Kick Martial Arts has put up. And I put it up on my Facebook page. And I'm paraphrasing that the martial arts is one of those endeavors where you get out exactly what you put in. So if you don't want to invest the time and the blood, sweat, and tears to get good, you're not going to get any good. But the martial arts isn't the only activity that's like that. Music is like that. I can't play the trombone professionally right now because I haven't been putting anything into that. I have to go back and get my chops up and relearn how to get my eyes to see the notes going across the page. It would take some time. I'd have to redo that. Yeah, I mean, I can still play some basic songs and some tunes by ear. I'll be able to do that as long as I can move my arms and breathe. But to really play professionally, I'd have to go practice. And martial arts work that way. If you stop doing them for a while, there's still going to be some basic movements that's there. But in order for you to be able to really do it at a competitive, professional level, you'd have to practice. So basically, the more you practice, the more you're going to get out of it. And to proficiency, that's up to you. Are you willing to put in the work to make it work for you, regardless of style? It's like boxing. Some people think that boxing is an easy style because it only has a limited number of techniques. Well, it didn't feel that easy when I had that one amateur boxing match back in the day. It felt pretty hard when I was getting hit in the head. I'm hitting him in the head. And we only had a few techniques, but it was hot. And then I had to figure out how to do what I want to do, but versus what the coach is telling me to do and everything else. So, these martial arts and these combat sports, however long it takes to grasp it, hey, that's not up to sensei or saboom or coach or sifu or shifu. That's up to you. It takes as long as it takes.